Network, and we are putting God back in business. It's Wednesday. Yeah. Wellness Wednesday. Hold on. Yes, Wellness Wednesday. And I'm excited always about Wellness Wednesday, especially today. We've given an opportunity for the Fantastic Four to be off today. The last Wednesday of the month allows us an opportunity for them to take a break, and then for us to be able to invite some of the other knowledgeable people in a wellness community to join the GCBN Wellness Wednesday platform. Today, we have a special treat. Julie Mills Watson is my guest. She's a dear friend, and I just love her. I just think she's awesome, and she has a wealth of knowledge to share with us because honestly, when I did a post about her this morning, the Lord just laid it on my heart. Our health is truly our wealth. Without our health, what could we do? Honestly. So we need to be in good health. And Julie, thank you. This isn't your first pony ride here. Welcome back to the GCBN Wellness Wednesday platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I want to allow you an opportunity in just a second to introduce yourself, talk about your title, and just flow the way that God has given it for you to go today. The thing that I do believe is important for me to remind everyone, and I'm going to try to purpose to do this and be intentional about it for every show broadcast from now to the last opportunity in December. This is still the year of higher ground. And I know people are challenged every time. I don't know about you, Julie, in your network, in your circle, in your family, but time after time, day after day, I'm hearing of people, whether it's going through still the aftermath of the storms, the hurricanes, or whether it's people just coming up with illness or even personally being attacked physically. There's so many people that are challenged right here at the end. And I want to just say a word of encouragement to you. This is still the year of higher ground, regardless of what circumstances or matters may be occurring that are distasteful to you. The thing that I want you to remember is that God is yet sovereign. And what you're going through is not your portion that God desires. His desire is 3 John 2. Beloved, above all things, he prayed that we prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So my encouragement to you is to stay in your truth, stay in your word, keep praying so that you prosper your soul, and then you will prosper in your body. And just receive that. Julie, talk to us. Who are you, lady? Introduce yourself. We told them on paper. And what do you do and why is it so important for us to know?
Well, I'm Julie Mills Watson, and where do I begin? I will start with that health has been a part of my life for years. And we had our wake-up call with our family back in 1998, where my late husband was diagnosed with brain tumors. And we started finding out what was in our foods and what was actually causing different environments that disease can live in. It doesn't have to just be cancer. And when that was laid on my heart and my eyes were open, I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. So I had been talking to people about that for years. The other thing that fits so beautifully with what I do with talking about health is also my massage therapy. I am a massage therapist, have been so since 2007. And it's a second career, and it's to help people hurt less, heal quicker, and have a better quality of life. And quality of life is the key. And my major specialty is surgery recovery and the lymphatic system. And your lymphatic system is your immune function as well. So when you're putting bad things into your body, it's diverting your immune system and it's lowering it. So you're getting sick more often. So that's sort of where my roots are and where we're going to come from today. And we're going to be talking about the spooky truths about sugar because it is Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Oh,
Awesome. I love the way you're approaching this today. Because your subtitle that you had on there is that sugar is the culprit or something. Yeah, yeah. And I
mhm.
like that because sometimes we miss that. We miss that opportunity. And I was going to make a statement, but I'm holding back because it may be something that you say in the process of your presentation. So if not, I'll bring it up later. You continue.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about sugar and what is it that's so bad about sugar, right? But before we get into that, I have some displays that I wanted to show you guys of how much sugar, added sugar is in our foods. So a lot of people think that you should start your day with a bowl of cereal. So I got a decent cereal, Raisin Bran. A lot of people think because of the brand is really good, but per serving and with a 3/4 cup milk, you get 7 teaspoons of sugar. So for every 4 grams of sugar that you'll see on the side of the box, how much sugar, you divide that by 4 and you get how many teaspoons. So that's in a bowl. So you're eating a bowl of your Raisin Bran with skim milk, and you're actually getting the equivalent of 7 teaspoons of sugar.
In one
So
bowl of
one
Raisin
bowl,
Bran,
one bowl of
seven
Raisin Bran.
teaspoons. And Raisin Bran is supposed to be the better opportunity than over Rice Krispies or Special K's or something like that, right?
Yes. Yes. Are you there? Yeah. Um, they are, but all cereals, just try not to eat cereal in the morning. There are
Cereal
other
at all.
options. Yeah, just take them
Okay.
off your list. Just don't even eat them.
Wow.
The other thing about cereal is that it's high in carbs and low in fiber. So for every carb, like this has 47 carbs. This is in one serving to 7 grams of fiber, which is a higher fiber grade, but it should be a 4-to-1 ratio. And
Ah,
that's much higher. So that also spikes your sugar as well, is that you need 4 grams of carbs to every 1 gram of fiber. Does that make sense?
oh gosh.
Okay. So yeah, just take cereal off your list. The
Just
other
all
thing,
together, just remove it. Yeah.
remove it, try to figure out something else to eat. The other
Yeah.
thing is, um, these are little statistics I'm going to kind of throw out there, but when it's been proven that when you get to a point where you have 17 grams of teaspoons of sugar, 17 teaspoons of sugar, you lower your immune function for up to 6 hours. Okay.
Are you saying if I digest 17 teaspoons of sugar throughout the course of the day, then my
You
immune,
lower, yeah, you lower your immune function.
so
So
I'm susceptible to,
I thought it'd be fun to kind of show where we can get 17 teaspoons really, really quickly, right?
yeah.
And so this is your culprit because it
Okay.
actually has 16.25. Look at all that sugar
Oh, Julie.
in
Oh
this
my God. And a
one.
Coke. That's 16 ounces or what? What is that?
This one is 20
Uh,
fluid ounces.
20
It
ounces.
It used to say, literally about 5 years ago, it used to say that this was 2.5 servings. Now it says it's one.
You're kidding me.
No, so our serving sizes have gone up, which is horrible. So yeah, that's just drinking a
Oh,
Coke.
look at that. Oh my God.
So
Oh
if you sit
my
there and
God.
say, "Oh, I'm having a Coke because it has caffeine instead of a cup of coffee," look what you're doing to yourself.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
so
black coffee well, go ahead, has other opportunities, benefits. Yeah.
right. So then you say, okay, I'll just have a muffin with that Coke. So I just grab some muffin. Y'all, these are cupcakes. Don't fool yourself. And One,
It's a
one,
cupcake. It's not a breakfast muffin.
one muffin is 9 teaspoons of sugar. One muffin. Not to mention all of the partially hydrogenated oils and the flours and the additives. You're doing no nutrition in your body at all when you eat a muffin. So
Oh
no
my
muffins.
God.
Take that off your list.
Oh my God.
Unless
Oh
you're
my
making them
God.
yourself. Unless you're making them yourself. So then
Okay.
I thought, okay, you're not going to drink the Coke. You might have the muffin with orange juice. Just juice, 10 teaspoons. This is just regular orange juice, 10
Okay.
teaspoons of sugar. So what we're drinking, one of the articles I just read, because I wanted to get more information before this talk, what I'm
Uh-huh.
seeing is a lot of articles are saying that one of the huge sources of our sugar is drinks. So, you're talking
Okay.
about your Starbucks, yeah, your energy drinks, your Starbucks, your sodas, your fruit juices, and yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the Coke was enough alone to begin the decline in the immune system from what you
Hmm.
taught us already.
Yeah,
And then in that whole setting, oh my God, you went from 16 to 9 and then the sugar has how much now?
the orange
I mean,
juice,
the orange juice has how much sugar?
10
10. Oh my
teaspoons.
God.
Mhm. So if you just have a glass of, the little thing of orange juice and a muffin, you've already got 19 teaspoons of sugar in your, that's to start your day. And so your
Mm.
immune function's down. Well, we got change of weather, and you're not going to be able to stay healthy because your immune system is down. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, and the weather contributing, so you can't fight it all. Oh my God.
Right, right. So that's where it's hidden in the mornings. I also thought, okay, a lot of people in the mornings or a snack have yogurt, right?
Uh-huh.
You just grab a yogurt or whatever. And so this one was made with whole milk, and this one is the Greek yogurt. So a lot of people think Chobani is really good, but it has 14 grams of sugar in it, which
Oh
is
my
which is close to 4 teaspoons. And this one has 17 grams, only 3 grams more. So you're getting that much sugar just with your yogurt. So
yogurt.
so get the plain yogurt. This has fruit at the bottom. Both of these have fruit with them. So look for your plain yogurts, and those don't have as much
Well,
sugar.
I have a question on that particular because the Chobani is Greek, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
they said reports that I've even read that they recommend that if you're going to eat, that you choose Greek yogurt. Is that not true?
Yes, but get plain and add your own
Oh, so
fruit.
that was Greek yogurt, the plain that you had there.
No, this one had fruit at the bottom, and it
Oh,
says it's
okay.
on the side. It sounds really, really good, right? It says,
Uh-huh.
let's see if I can read this. No fake fruit, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives, no gluten. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it sounds really good. But if you're trying to look at your sugar levels, it still has 14 grams of sugar in it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's too
It's
funny.
I listen, this is very educational. Everything thus far I'm doing very well with because I don't eat yogurt and I have a Coke occasionally, and I mean very distant, occasions when I might have a hamburger or a hot dog or something like that and wonder why. Because I feel like when I'm eating that type of food, I need something to push it down. I mean, really, to help me digest it. So I grab onto a Coke to further
Yes.
misery, but oh my God, it's amazing.
Yes.
Comment.
So
I
we
love.
have a lot of sugar in our processed foods. Try to make, things as much as you can from scratch. The other thing I had was just a teriyaki sauce.
Uh-huh.
Because I have chicken teriyaki all the time, and I pour the sauce on it, don't think twice about it. Well, it says for a fourth cup of this, just a fourth cup, it's 5 teaspoons for a fourth cup. So, you're just pouring sugar onto your chicken and your vegetables. So, you have other options, many other sauces that are out there, many that you can make from scratch that you don't have to add the sugar to. So,
That's
just
excellent. And
yeah.
once a while back, I'll say, I would make everybody loved my salmon, but it was 9 ingredients for it. When I really started, and I got this from my son, he said, "You don't even need all of that." And it was the teriyaki, and it was the different opportunities, tiger sauce, or this and that. But the opportunity, what he introduced me was just 3 ingredients. That is garlic powder, uh, okay, help me now, lemon pepper, and a little bit of seasoning, salt.
Mhm.
However, let me tell you what I stopped doing, and I don't know if you've ever done this before, anyone that's listening, is always season both sides of the meat. If you eat any of my cooking, I don't do that anymore. I haven't for the last couple of years. I only season one side, and it's just fine.
Mhm.
People never
Yeah.
even know it.
Yep.
Okay? They
Yeah,
never even
there are
know it.
little tips like that that you don't
Yeah.
realize you don't need that much on there.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I went from
So
9 ingredients to 3, and my salmon is still delicious.
so you might be asking how much is normal
Right.
for people, and it said, hello, it was just here right in front of me. Don't you hate it when it changes? It says the American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons, 25 grams of added sugar a day for women, 9 teaspoons or 36 grams for men. But the average American usually gets 22 teaspoons a day, um, which is 88 grams. And let's see, just 12 ounces uh, of a regular can of soda has 10 teaspoons. So again, it's going back to the sodas, to the drinks of that's where we're getting too much. But the regular, most everybody gets 22. I also saw this for children, which is really, really interesting. It says children from the age of 0 to 2 should get 0 grams of added sugar.
Wow.
I know. Think how many just sit there and drink juices and things. 4 to 6 should get no more than 19 grams, and then 7 to 10, 24 grams. So, and then
And this
this,
is on a daily average, right? This is what we're
yes.
talking about.
Yep.
And
Yep.
0 to 2. And I'm wondering, and I know we don't have the labels for them, like the apple juices and such that are in the baby food area of the
Mhm.
grocers. Okay, like for instance, that Coke had 16. Is it better to have like what is it, the Coke Zero or a Diet Zero, a Diet Coke?
No, no,
They still have sugars.
no. They have artificial sugars, which are even worse.
Oh, God.
They do. They have artificial sugars. So those
So
that has
fake
that.
sugar is not the way to go either. Because I find
No.
people, and I can't, I tried it years ago, but I couldn't stand the taste because it's an aftertaste from those. Used to be, I don't know, maybe they've changed it. And it would leave an aftertaste, and I couldn't stand it. So I didn't do it. But people would take like 10 of the little pink packets of what are they?
Sweet and low.
Sweet and low.
Hmm.
And then there's a Splenda and all of
Hmm.
those and put it in. I'm like, well, by the time you do all of that, I didn't even realize it was worse though.
It's 10 times worse. It leads to Alzheimer's and all kinds of cardiovascular issues. And that's what we're going to get into here as well,
Okay.
is what are the harmful effects? Of course, the first one that everybody thinks of is weight gain. It says sugar sweeteners in beverages are a big source of added sugar for Americans. If you drink a can of soda every day and don't trim calories elsewhere, in 3 years, you'd be 15 pounds heavier just by drinking Cokes. Yeah. So it just, your body doesn't process it. It just turns into fat and, you gain the weight. Let's see. Heart disease. I thought this was a big one. 1 in 10 Americans gets 1/4 or more of their daily calories from added sugar. That's a lot. That's a lot.
1/4 from sugar.
Yes. If you eat that much, one study found that you're more than twice as likely to die from heart disease than someone who gets less than half of that. It's clear why. It could be that the extra sugar raises blood pressure or releases more fats into the bloodstream. Okay. So it's, sugar affects the heart. And what's the number one killer in our country? Heart disease. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then, of course, it's also causes diabetes.
Yeah.
So again, they going back to the sugary drinks can boost your odds for type 2 diabetes. That happens because when sugar stays in your blood, your body may react by making less of the hormone insulin, which converts the food you eat into energy. Or the insulin doesn't work as well. And if you're overweight, dropping even 10 to 15 pounds can help you manage your blood sugar.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
know
So,
that
yeah,
personally.
so
Yeah.
can you add to that, Beth?
I let me tell you something. You feel better, you look better, and the energy that comes from depleting that sugar. I know people say, well, I can't stand the taste. I believe you have to train your body to respect what you put in it and not allow your flesh to rule you, if I can say it like that. Because years ago, I used to see people drink coffee black. I love black coffee. I cannot stand the opportunity. And if you drink creamers and all that and sugar in your coffee, please don't be offended. But one thing that the reason I'm telling you this is I didn't think that I could, but I trained myself to drink black coffee. And I got away with it because I was like the person that had to have coffee in my cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creamer in my coffee. And
Yeah.
along with the creamer, even when I came off of the sugars that you're talking about, the cream, you don't have that. And I don't recall what it is, but it's higher content with the combination. I don't know if do you have it? Well, there you
I do.
go.
Yes, we're going to talk
Yeah.
about this in a little bit. But this isn't even milk. I mean, it's all chemicals that make this up. There is no milk in this at all.
And I was drinking
So,
that. And it's coffee mate, and
yeah.
it's sold as a creamer, which creamer would be milk form.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Okay. But yeah, but let me
I
tell
know.
you about the you were talking about pre-diabetes, which I fought for years, but I'm going to tell you, and I don't know if I could, is it okay to jump in here with this about exercise along with
Sure.
um minimizing that sugar intake is
Mm-hmm.
your whole taste buds, if you give it long enough opportunity will change and you desire more of the things that are better for your body, but you have to, and that your A1C, when you go for your blood work, what you'll find is that it's improved just from you being able to eat more vegetables. And I don't want to even say this because I know you're going to get into it. You've got to have a supplement because we don't eat enough vegetables. And I'm just going to say it, Juice Plus.
Yes, yes, yes.
Juice Plus is the key to that. And from years ago, when before I even knew Julie, I want to say in '08 or sometime, '07, we found out I was still on the files at Juice Plus because I believed in the product. And I went to Julie for those services that she described through therapy that she does. And she facilitated a massage for me. And it was just at a time in my life that I really needed it. And when I went to pay her in her office, she had a display of Juice Plus. Well, I said, "Oh my God, you take Juice Plus." She said, "Not only that, I sell it." I said, "Listen, you've got a new client. I buy in bulk, whatever I buy. And when I purchased something, and I told her, I said, give me 3 months because I just restocked all these vitamin supplements and I don't believe in wasting. And sure enough, 3 months later, I was with her ordering Juice Plus, and now I'm even a partner with her as well. But I know sometimes people think when we do this, oh, they're trying to what is it, marketing and such, and it is, but that's not the whole purpose. Our purpose, and when you hear her story and when you order her book, and I hope we'll talk about that at some point, you'll understand. She talked a little bit in her lead in, but really you didn't hear where this passion for people being well and being healed, where that came from, where God ignited that opportunity that through her pain she birthed her passion to help other people, to yeah, help her loved one, but then beyond that, now to help other people. I'm one of those people. And my life with Juice Plus, my second time around, is just so much better. It's just wonderful, to tell you the truth. Okay, I'm off my
Okay.
soapbox, but
No, that's good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, if we wanted to talk about Juice Plus just a little bit, this has no sugar in it. And these are capsules. It's 20 fruits and vegetables in the basic Juice Plus. And it's a great foundation. We need our nutrients from somewhere. We're thinking we're getting it in our cereal. And as you can see, we're not getting the nutrients from there. You think you're going to get it from your fruit juices. This is concentrated sugar. Okay. So don't think you're getting it from there. You got to get it from the real source, the whole food. And that's why I got so excited about the Juice Plus, is because that's exactly what it is. It's pulverized fruits and produce, really, put into a powder form and in capsules or gummies. So if you have that sweet tooth, this has a little tiny bit of sugar in it, but to make it palatable. But it's a great way. My sister does it. She does the gummies and she puts them in a little bowl and she snacks on those, and that's her sweet tooth. So they have them in gummy and capsule forms. But to get back to the what's in our foods and about the sugar and what it's doing to us, is a couple of things. Let me see where I left off. Okay, so how do we figure out how much sugar or what fruits or vegetables we can eat? And there's a wonderful reference. It's a glycemic index, and that measures. It's a measurement that's used to see how food affects our blood sugar. And a lot of times, or the way that it slows down in the body and doesn't spike, added sugar spikes your blood sugar, which then strains your pancreas and the insulin and all of that. When you add fiber to that, which is what fruits and vegetables have in them, is a lot of fiber, it breaks down much slower in the body and it's able to use it properly. Does that make
mm-hmm,
sense?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So a great there's you can just Google glycemic index and bloop, it'll come up. All right. So the low number, which is a good number, would be 55 or less. A
Mm-hmm.
medium number would be 56 to 69, and a
Mm-hmm.
high number would be 70 or above.
Wow.
So those are some numbers to kind of go by. So of course, your higher foods are going to be your refined foods, your processed foods, and then the lower ones are going to be in with protein, fats, and fiber. Okay,
Wow.
makes
Mm,
sense.
makes
All
a
right.
lot of sense. And the
Yeah.
important thing as well is to make sure that you're getting good proteins.
Yes. Yeah, very good.
Hmm.
The other thing that I don't want you to be confused about, but it is very confusing, are all the different names of sugar. So what the companies have done so that on your labels, when you're looking at ingredients, where are the ingredients on this? When you're looking at ingredients, you're going to see, I was going to see if this one has it. The first 3 to 5 ingredients are what's the most that's in a food. Okay. And they don't want to put sugar as one of the first ones. So they divide it up and they call sugar different things so that it doesn't show up as number one in the ingredient list. So I was going to see what this one said. I need glasses. Enriched flour, gargum, all those different things. Anyway, it's divide and conquer. I'm sorry, I didn't
Uh-huh.
bring my glasses in. So I did want to.
Like fructose or something
Yes.
like that. I'm trying to think of what do they call them? Because you can recognize them.
Let's see.
I
I
don't
have them
know.
in an email to myself.
Okay.
All the different names of the
More
sugars.
often than not, they have something like toast on the end, fructose or TOSE or something like
Yes.
that. Or
Yes.
yeah, but I know what you're saying, and you have to be careful because you're the one that taught me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much time trying to find it. I know I sent it to myself and then now I'm trying
Uh-huh.
to find it. But I did bring up this other article that was talking about the inflammation in the body. So one of
Hmm.
the main things, and I say this in my book as well, that we learned in our cancer journey is that inflammation feeds cancer. It feeds disease, and so sugar is extremely inflammatory to the body. So that's another reason why you don't want the inflammation, because if you have diabetes, it's going to make it worse. If you have heart disease, it's going to make it worse. Any underlying thing that you have that you don't even know about, it makes it worse. So it says eating too much sugar, added sugar, and other refined carbs. I was telling you about the carbs to fiber ratio is linked to inflammation in the body, which may lead to health problems. By eating more fiber may be a powerful way to reduce inflammation with other lifestyle changes. So fiber is going to be
Awesome.
key. Yes.
I think it's key what you said about sugar feeding inflammation and the inflammation leading to other illnesses and causing disease bearing opportunities. I think is so one of the things that I want to ask you, and I'm asking Chrissy supporting us on the Facebook side of the house, and thank those for joining us. And any comments, I'm asking her to send those over because I'm sure this is a topic that people want to follow. And thank you for joining us here, Jeannie, over on the Zoom account here. But one of the things that I'm sure people are wondering, what can I eat that, is tasty? How I know you told me the amount of sugar on a daily average that I'm limited to be able to maintain my health. But what are some options, because fruit has sugar as well. It's natural fruit. So do I need to be selective even in those? Like for instance, grapes are higher. Um, what do you have to say on that? Yeah. Thank you, Jeannie.
That's
She says really great information, Julie.
yay. So yeah, so that's where your glycemic index is going to come in. And you just look it up and you'll see, okay, maybe a grape has 56, whereas a orange might have 45.
Uh-huh.
So you're looking at the fiber content that's in it really and how slowly it breaks down into the body. So freezing grapes though are great snacks. So if you want that ice cream or whatever, if you have frozen grapes, those are great to suck on and eat. um, but I think one of the big things here I want to say, Beth, is when people are trying to replace something that they really really like, I think it's easier to just eliminate it. Does that make
Awesome.
sense?
Yeah, it
So, yeah.
does.
So, like if you're trying to replace a soda, just eliminate it. Now, what else do you have on the other end? Well, you've got sparkling. If you like the fizz of soda, you've got the sparkling waters that have a little bit of flavor. And there's no sugar in that, and it's
Right,
not
right,
artificial
right,
sugars. I mean,
right.
so yeah. And then, like you said, with your sauce or your seasonings, just rethink them. You rethink what you're putting in your body. Don't try to substitute what you're used to.
Right,
I think
exactly.
that's a big piece of it. So lean meats, but they don't have fiber, but of course they don't have sugar. But
Okay.
lean
Okay.
meats. So literally, people don't think you can eat chicken breast for breakfast, but you can. You can cut it up and put it into an omelet or just have it on the side.
Right. Our
Hmm.
salmon. Sometimes, like
Yeah.
this morning, if I'd had more time, what I had planned to do, and I do this often, is to make spinach and salmon omelet.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and I honestly think we need to rethink some of our upbringing, and where it didn't
Hmm.
allow for, you don't eat chicken for breakfast, but we had chicken for breakfast when I was growing up, but it was fried chicken, hot biscuits, and girl, you don't even want to know about all that. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah. Pork chop breakfast, all of that stuff.
No.
But right now, what I'll do is I'll just take leftover salmon from the night before and put it in an omelet or with spinach and eggs or something like that, and it's very tasty.
It
And if
is.
I want bread,
Well, I
you can go to the bakery and get them to slice the bread, the wheat bread. You don't have to get the regular slices. You can tell them
hmm
to hand slice it, and
hmm
it's amazing what you can do if you just ask
Yeah,
about
I grew up on Raisin Bran.
it.
I
Okay.
mean, that was my breakfast every day with orange juice. That's how I grew
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
So realizing that there were other options. The other one fun thing to do is look up vegetarian recipes. You don't have to be
Yeah.
vegetarian, but
No.
look up those type of recipes to broaden your ideas of what you can do with fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's amazing, some of the wonderful things you can find. And now with the internet, you just say vegetarian dish for with mushrooms, whatever, and it'll come up
Okay.
and you'll have a wonderful meal. So there are a lot of options out there, and I encourage you guys to look for them.
Let me peek over on Facebook. I was trying to reach Chrissy. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of comments over here. Um, I don't do good with this. Hold on. Oh goodness, it's a lot of comments over here. I was trying to read them. I don't.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, while
like
you're
Lisa was talking about dextrose, fructose, and galactose. Hey, Lisa, y'all send me some of this messages over to the Zoom side of the house. I can't figure this out right now. But
those are
it
all the
talks
different
about the
names.
GMO fruits or fruits modified.
Hmm.
Example, seedless fruits. I try my best to not do seedless fruits. Things like that. Do you have a comment on that? Vanessa Griffin brought that up.
I do, and what's I commend you for that. For people that are just now kind of getting the idea, oh, maybe I need to read my labels, and maybe I need to go to the produce section more. I say then don't worry about it. Just get something else in your body than the processed sugar. But for
Mhm.
those of us that have been doing this a while, absolutely, the non-GMO is the way to go. And of course, there's the dirty dozen for as far as that you want to get for organic. But basically, if you look at organic fruits and vegetables, you want to get some organic when they have a really thin rind or covering to them, like a strawberry is very
Uh-huh.
thin. You can't really peel a strawberry. In other words, if you can peel it like a banana, you don't have to worry about it as much. But
Okay.
if you can't, like a grape or strawberry or things like that, where they have a really thin layer, then you definitely want to get organic on those.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So you've got a lot of people over on the Facebook side that are just agreeing, but that was one particular question that Vanessa had asked. If there are any others over there, y'all let us know. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Um, oh, they're just commenting about the yogurts and such, but they're just
Yeah.
going back and forth about it and in shock, I think, as to what's going on with inside the products that we're eating,
I
and
know.
we're just not aware of it. Oh my
And we're
God.
not. And, they want to come across as healthy, like Nutri-Grain bars. People think are healthy. They get these for their soccer teams and hand them out. I want y'all to know these are one of the worst things ever. They have partially hydrogenated oil. They have
Put
refined
that back up
flours.
here. What is it? Oh, not the
Nutri-Grain.
Nutri-Grain bars.
Yeah, Nutri-Grain bars.
My grandbaby loves them.
That's because they're full of high fructose corn syrup.
Oh my gosh. And it's the
Yes.
worst.
And dyes. They also have the colorings in them. So that's really bad for behavior and ADHD. So they want you to think they're healthy, but you really got to read your labels and your ingredients and see what's in them. So there are a lot of great organic companies that come out with, like, Cliff bars are really good. I don't know if a kid's going to really like them because they don't have as much sugar in them. um, Luna bars, things like that. Of course, we have our Juice Plus Complete bars that are really low in sugar. So a lot of bad things in these. The other thing I thought was interesting is pickle relish has a lot of sugar in it. It has actually high fructose corn syrup. It also has coloring. So we love that it's green and pretty, and that's how people want to buy it. So, real relish, if you make your own, is more of a white color to it. It's just the way it pickles, and so they use the food coloring to make it a nice, pretty green. So just know these things as you're picking something up, just let me back up. Give yourself an extra 30 minutes in the grocery store to read a label. Just give yourself that extra time, because when I just went to the grocery store yesterday and picked this up, right?
Mhm.
And I had to think, and John was like, "What took you so long?" So usually I'm just in and out, in and out, in and out. And it's like, well, I wanted to read to make sure what the sugar content was in these things. And it took me an extra 30 minutes. So just give yourself that, so that you start educating and purging that pantry of the process. Start with processed foods, then go to your um, ketchups and your sauces and things like that. Do it in stages, instead of just cold turkey on everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
I agree.
yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely agree because um their mindset has to change.
it
And I think
does.
if you do go cold turkey, that it won't be sustained because
Mhm.
it'd be like this is overwhelming or such. But I
Right.
believe that we have to target a particular area, maybe start with what I drink, you
Mm,
know. Um,
Huge. I think you're right. Drinks,
yeah,
and they've said it in all of these articles. Beverages are the culprit. And, Starbucks, please stop. That one, you're spending your,
Starbucks.
well, get a black coffee, but there's
Yeah,
all the stuff in these frappuccinos and whatnot. Guys, that's like 2,000 calories. I mean, it's ridiculous how much is in these things, plus the money you're spending on it.
yeah.
So
Imagine.
many people tell me I can't afford a supplement. I hear it
Cheap.
every day.
Yeah, come
Every
on.
day. I can't afford a supplement. Juice Plus is only $54 for the month, and you get 20 fruits and vegetables every day. Imagine what could happen in your body if it received 20 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. I mean, I have rarely get a cold. I'm not saying I'll never get one, but my
Mhm,
immune function is so far up there because my
mhm.
cells are getting what they need. It's foundation.
Right.
Okay. I
Mhm.
crave less sugar because my body's getting what it needs. Does that make sense? So
Mhm.
spend your money
Yes.
where your mouth is and start feeding your body good supplements. Don't go out there and get a one a day. I mean, that has nothing that your body needs. I mean, it has some, but is it going to be absorbed? The Juice
Yeah.
Plus has been proven by research
It
that
it
that it's absorbed into the body and used.
and
So,
used and used. That's it.
mhm.
The production of it is productive for your body. I've got some comments. From the Facebook side of the house, there's a question, so hold on to this about honey. Vanessa Griffin wants to know about honey, and
Mm-hmm.
I just found out about raw honey versus honey, but I'll let you speak to
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Okay.
Jerome Wilson, I want to address there. He says Beth has this look on her face. I can't eat anything. Been there, done that. But
You
but
got to
I
get
I
creative.
but there are opportunities. I've learned to, and I'm just going to be transparent. I eat salmon, fresh salmon, about 4 or 5 times a week. When I eat red meat, a steak or something, it'll be like I won't eat the whole thing. I'll have like a piece of it, and it's just, and honestly, for my digestive tract, it's better for me to eat things like fish,
Okay. Yeah.
rather than to try to process beef through my body. I can feel the difference. Is that okay to say it like that? That can you feel the difference when you eat healthier? Um,
Oh, absolutely. So red
yeah,
meat, it's got a bad name, but you do need to get protein in you, right? And that iron in you. So it's not as bad as you think. It digests so much slower in the colon. That's why you just kind of feel bloated. You're like, "Ugh." And then most people want to pair it with a potato, meat and potato. It's one of the worst things you can do. Pair it with vegetable. Get the fiber in there to help move it along. The potato's not going to help. So and it's a
no.
carb. So get asparagus, broccoli, or something as the side, not the huge potato. So that's
And one
another.
thing that we've been doing is pair it with two vegetables, like might have a
Mhm.
salad and some broccolini or
Yeah,
something like that. Jessica will do like multiple vegetables, and it makes you, and then skip the bread. I don't know if
skip the bread.
any of
Skip
you
the bread.
had to have that bread. I mean, my mom made, may she rest in peace, but those homemade biscuits, and she'd make them. I didn't eat cornbread when I was growing up. So when she'd make cornbread for dinner, she'd always make me a fresh whole cake. And some people may know what I'm talking about. It's just a oversized biscuit about like this. And that's what
Wow.
I'd eat every night. I didn't eat vegetables. So when they were eating greens and green beans and such like that, the only vegetable I'd eat is corn and with this whole cake and whatever meat it was. And so imagine why I'm the only one now. I did diabetes, but you can, if you don't have to. One doctor told me, and I didn't like his bedside manner, but he told me something. I've been pre-diabetic for years. And he said he had taken me over as a patient because my previous doctor had left, and he goes, "You're pre-diabetic years. You don't have to be." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But I'm," and I was boasting. I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not diabetic. You don't have to be pre." It's what he said to me. And I was like,
Mm.
check, gotcha. But that was the last time I saw that doctor too. But he helped me because he said that, and I was like, it was like an all-out war and vengeance. And I can tell when I'm leaning over, and I can tell what my numbers are before I go in there. It's a practice, and you just have to have a dogged determination that you're gonna win, and that your flesh, it's like a war. The flesh wanting to take. God knows what he said, 3 John 2, beloved, above all things, I pray that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. And so the thing that we have to focus on is this good energy from my body, as good as the energy from the truth of his word is for my soul, for my
Well,
mind,
and to and
body,
to pick
yeah.
to piggyback on that, and that's perfect. Is that our craving for sugar, is actually a craving that the devil's put in us. It's an evil thing that he knows it's going to break down our bodies, which is going to break down our spirit. So we have to absolutely say no and be proactive in finding other solutions. I'm not going to be able to give you a menu, a whole list of things to eat because I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a natural nutrition person, but they're out there. There are apps that are out there. My Fitness Pal helps you keep up with all of it. There are programs out there. You just have to search them out and look for whole food. And so you're not looking for replacement foods. There's a lot of things that you can microwave and all this other stuff that's dead food. Look for
Hmm.
whole food. What's going to nourish your body, not just fill your stomach. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
today was all about sort of waking you up and saying, hey, look at how much sugar's in something. I didn't even show the Snicker bar. A lot of people think that this is the best candy that you can get because it's got peanuts in it and it's not so bad. You're still getting 7 grams of sugar.
Whoa.
7 grams of sugar. I mean, not grams, but teaspoons of sugar. So just and this is a small one. Most people want to eat the bigger one. So as a snack, like if
That's
I'm
the
on the
small
road,
Snicker right there.
this is
Yeah.
the small one. When I'm on the road and I get sleepy, this is what I get, right?
Yeah.
No, we should not be doing that, but I do it.
Yeah.
We all do it.
And,
So
and Julie, sometimes people think from the sense of, well, I don't do it that often, but over time is what we need to know is there's a progression in the wear and tear, and we miss that. I want to throw this out here. Jerome Wilson, I can't wait to see you Saturday for the men of GCBN. But he threw out something. He said the Lord told him to chew each scoop at least 15 to 20 times. Does the way that we chew our, I don't know what he's referring to,
oh
um,
yeah, yeah.
or something like that, perhaps. But it is important not to just get so hungry, is my point that I'm thinking of from what he's saying, that when we go to eat, that we eat so fast and we whoop it down, you know, but that you have to chew your food and so that you can get the nutrients. Is that true?
Yes, and that helps the enzymes, the digestive enzymes
Right. For the
kick in.
digestive
And
tract.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
it makes a big
Okay.
difference. I'm the world's worst.
Yeah.
I inhale my food. I love eating with my mom because she eats so slow and it makes me slow down.
And he went on to say, if I'd read, this works the mouth and not the digestive system. It's not so hard on it. That's very good.
Yep.
Very, very good. This
Yep.
is so awesome, Julie. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
want to talk just a little bit about, you do the honey, but I want you to talk just really about the book and a couple of things with Juice Plus, if you would, before we close.
Okay. I just wanted to point out, we were talking about raw honey, and this is raw honey. It's a friend of mine that's in our church, and he's a beekeeper. And this is straight from his, hives, and it's not processed at all. So get local honey. And you're going to pay a little bit more for it because it's
Yeah.
not processed, and there's so many healing properties in honey. Just, put a little bit in your tea, whatever you want to sweeten. Like today, I had oatmeal and I had my fruit on there, and I put a little bit, just a drizzle of honey, and then my cinnamon. And honey can be very healing. So it's a great substitute for you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm.
And creative in the way you do your oatmeal, because I'll have
Mhm.
oatmeal and I'll put some walnuts on there. It's so important that you look for creative ways to make other things that are not good for you. Look for creative ways to use those good product to make something that's tasty and healthy for your body. Talk to us about your book, if you don't mind. I liked it. How can we get copies of that? And Juice Plus, how do we do that?
Okay, so my book is Here's the Deal About Cancer. And it's my journal. This is my late husband, Tommy. He was a fighter pilot in the Navy. So my heart is really there for Navy wives and Navy families as well, and what they go through as far as trying to take care of their families. But that's not what this was about. This was about our journey. And it basically took my journals and said, here's the deal. At the end of each chapter, the end is a whole list of here's the deal at that stage of our journey. One was just meeting with the doctors and how overwhelmed we were and just couldn't believe that those were even his scans. So, here's the deal. Ask questions. Here's the deal. Take notes. Here's the deal. Take somebody with you because she's going to be overwhelmed. And then it goes to, you're so scared you're doing everything the doctors tell you to do. I mean, he's diagnosed on a Thursday and we had brain surgery on a Monday. I mean, you're just scared. Get it out, get it out. So we knew nothing about nutrition. I had 3 young kids. I just got food on the table and I didn't read labels or anything. And when we got on the other side of this, he survived. He was in a coma for 6 days and survived. And then they were telling us radiation, chemo, all of that. Is when we started doing our research, but we were still really scared. So we just did what the doctors told us to, and about a year, and then he went into remission, and then the tumors came back. And that's because we made no lifestyle changes. But we were going through a lot of life changes. Like we had to move back to Atlanta. We had new schools, new jobs, new neighborhoods. And, we the last thing I could think about was reading a label. So my sister-in-law and I, through that time though, started reading more articles, and that's when you're in a better frame of mind to do so. And then when the tumors came back, decided to go down to Mexico, have him detoxed and go that route, which we saw a tremendous change in his health. And then when we had to go back on chemotherapy for a little bit, he was able to tolerate it so much better because he had good nutrition and a good immune system. During that, we learned that fruits and vegetables were God's medicine, and that's what you needed to have. So I was juicing, I was cooking, I was making everything. And then I found a friend of mine told me about the Juice Plus, and I said, okay, it's too good to be true. And so I said, just let me see the label and I'll know, because by that point I was reading labels and we were taking other supplements and taking it very seriously. And when I read the food label and it was broccoli and tomatoes and that type and beets and all of that, I was sold and my whole family got on it. What was a nice surprise was that my kids, actually their allergies got much better. And all we made with the change off was the Juice Plus. And of course, Tommy was taking um, uh, triple the dose because we're fighting a disease. So we were able to stay off of the chemotherapy for a good year. And then some of the trials that they had offered to us, they were gone because they didn't work. So I just can't tell you enough about how, if you do seed, sleep, eat, exercise, drink, what a profound difference it makes in it's just in your well-being. Those are simple things that everyone can do.
Say that again, SEED, because I love acronyms and people have learned through our community about acronyms. So say that again slowly because all we have to think is SEED.
Seed, sleep, eat, exercise, and drink. So drink as much water as you can. Try to get rid of these sugary things they're diverting your body. It needs water. It's what your body needs. You can put lemon in it. You can put cucumbers in it. You can put fruit in it, but don't get the added stuff that's on the shelf. Eat, get as many fruits and vegetables in your system as you can. As like I say, look up vegetarian recipes and just get a little more creative. And then also a supplement like Juice Plus, it's only $54. If you add the berries, which is great for your cardiovascular health, it's only $80 for the month. You spend that when you take your family out to eat at a
Plus 80
Chili's.
plus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So invest in yourself and get nutrients into your system. Sleep. Oh my goodness. I always talk to Miss Beth about this one. But
This one, y'all have to pray for me on this one for real.
that's when your body
Yeah.
restores, your organs restore, everything is restoring, and it's so important. You don't want to strain your organs as much as possible. And exercise, just start moving. People think that exercise should be a gym membership. There are so many apps out there that are free that can get you moving. Even on that, My Fitness Pal has all kinds of exercises you can do, and they're not hard. So it's all about putting those things into place so that you can prevent the wake up call. And that's what this is about. How do you talk to a doctor about natural things that you're wanting to incorporate? And what I came up with, and it hasn't changed over all these years, is you have to form a team. You have to have a team. You cannot expect your doctor to give you a meal plan. You just can't. That's not his specialty. You want that doctor to concentrate on the brain surgery to get the tumor out. I don't care if he knows about food. You need someone else to help you with food, someone else to help you with supplements, someone else to help you with your weight. You got to form a team and invest in yourself.
This is so awesome, Julie. Thank you so much for this information. And I encourage everyone to look for an opportunity to make an adjustment in your lifestyle to include Juice Plus. Start there because I said start with one. She said start with one opportunity instead of trying to attack my whole diet and reshape
Mhm.
it. Maybe start with the drink. But the thing that Beth Copeland's going to say, and this is me, get on Juice Plus ASAP.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's for
Absolutely.
everybody.
It's for
Everybody.
everybody.
And they
And
have
I was going
sorry.
to talk about you can take it with the children that are 4 years old. That's where you're going, headed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Your child gets it for free, 4 all the way to 25. So if you have college
It's
age kids.
25 now? I didn't know
Yes.
that. I thought, oh,
Yes. So if you have college age kids or people that are just out of college, they can't afford anything, but they're sick all the time, if you get on the Juice Plus, you can sponsor them. And that's because the Juice Plus company wants the whole family to be healthy. And this is a great way to do it. So,
yes.
for as far as to get my book, you can get it on barnesandnoble.com or you can get it on amazon.com.
Okay.
And then you just look up here's the deal about cancer and it'll come right up. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then the Juice Plus, you get in touch with me or with Beth and we'll get you set up. We're a team. So either one of us, and you'll get set up with that. And the proceeds go to GCBN. So,
GCBN. And
mhm.
we have Community Partners Day next week, as a matter of fact, where last year we gave out $8,100 to 10 nonprofits. We still have the same 10 nonprofits, and we'll make the announcement next week as to dollar amount. We're so excited. And really, honestly, and Julie knows it, when I started back with Juice Plus, I told her, I don't care. I want it for me. And I was convicted in my heart. I said, I don't think I'll sell it this time or whatever. And I said, well, she said, well, it could be some income for your group. But I had to change my mindset. And I went and spent the weekend with her once, and we went to a conference. And I was so convicted. And I know we're going over just a tad bit, and we started a few minutes later, but give us grace here because this is so important. When I was listening to the reports from the physicians and especially the doctor that had performed surgery on the fetus, and he was talking about all of the value and the opportunities from being positioned for healing based upon uh taking Juice Plus. And it has made such a wonderful difference in my life. Listen, I'll be, God willing, 66 years old in December. And I know Juice Plus is what keeps me. God keeps me, yes, I know. But getting the fruits and vegetables, because I used to eat a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Now I can take, when you go through the checkout and they have like the 2 for $1 bags of potato chips, still like potato chips. I'll grab a couple of those bags and I'll eat half of them, half of a whole little bitty bag of potato chips. Do you
Yeah,
see
that
what
makes
I'm
a
talking about?
difference.
Because it's a
Hmm.
difference because food is not my boss. And Julie and I are going to talk. We're going to have our Food is Not Our Boss, where we'll share more details. I'll share about my book, Food is Not the Boss of Me, and she'll share more of what she talked about today. And it'll be like a seminar. We've done it before this year, and we didn't get a chance to get it on the calendar before the end of the year. But we'll kick off the new year with that. But in the interim, call us out. Get on Juice Plus. And it's not just because I told you. The reason I told you I didn't want to do it about the money is because you can know it's not for the money that we're doing it. It's for your well-being. It's the H in higher. Honor him in your health. It's important. It's very important.
Yeah.
You can talk about going higher in business and asking God to send that windfall, but if you're not well enough to be able to function, to be able to enjoy it, what is it for?
Exactly.
So
Quality is called quality of life. So I had
there
a
you
fighter
go.
pilot and he wanted quality of life. There was no way that he was going to be an invalid. And
No,
that's what nutrition gave to him. And the best way that I can share the nutrition with you and that Beth can share it with you, or if you guys want to share it with someone else, is with Juice Plus because it's just fruits and vegetables. It's so simple and it made a huge difference for us.
awesome. Awesome. We will close now, and I want to thank you for joining us for this amazing educational, I want to say even a revelation for some, because I could see even a couple of things that I learned today, that really, okay, but because we're continuously learning. And one of the things that I want to say to you, Julie, is God is doing a new thing in your life, lady. It's about to you're about to take off. And that's an aside from what we're talking about today. And I felt like I needed to say that out loud and sow that seed into your life. That's prophetic there. So you run
Thank you.
with that. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much for this presentation. Thank you guys for joining us over on the Facebook side of the house. I have to invite you to Men of GCBN. It's going to be this Saturday from 9:30 to 3:30. The men our GCB and men friends are doing a platform takeover, and this is our third annual opportunity. I focus on the women so much, they gave me feedback. We don't have the golf piece of it yet, but that's coming. We hopefully will have that maybe next year. But women are invited to attend. And so come out and support our men. I have a powerful powerful platform lineup with Jerome Wilson. He's over on Facebook side this morning. Bernard Levitt, Ursel Charles, Bill Blaine, Brett Campbell, Terrence, Pastor Battle is our MC, and Morel Anderson. And it's going to be amazing. It's cheap to attend. We're giving you breakfast and we're giving you lunch, maybe a snack. The opportunity is to come and be fed and hear it from the man's perspective. So come out on Saturday, register now, $34.99 for members, and I think it's like $59 for 55 or $59 for guests. Visit our website, gcbnetwork.com. We're focused, determined, and intentional to put God back in business, and we need your help. Join as a member. Julie's a member. We've got all kinds of members over on the Facebook side of the house, but we need you as a member. So if you're not a member, please join our network. If you are a member, consider sponsorship. We'd love to have you, and we could use your support for our Community Partners Day and all the opportunities. We're doing a great work. We're like Nehemiah, and we won't come down. God bless you guys. God has a plan, Julie.
And I am a part of it.
Amen. Take care. God bless you all. Thank you, Jeannie. Bye bye.
Bye.